Oh, for the third time. Yes, it took me 3 times to record a simple thing. That is because the second time I accidentally said my sister's name, and the first time I noticed a comment that I accidentally didn't cover. And so that's a little bit annoying. However, if there's one thing that I can say in this game is starting out with what you should buy is probably just starting out with save up for a bit, get the then you should get the harpoon gun, then you should get the then you should just save up for the laser gun and then jetpack. And if you have teammates, get whatever will protect you from your teammates. So another important thing is to start out with endless mode, because that way you can actually get stuff early on. Especially if you have someone who's willing to carry you. But, yeah, if you can't really tell, I don't really have a whole lot of motivation for a lot of stuff, especially considering that I just cancelled out the previous video because I mentioned something, and now I can't stall as long. I'm not going to be very good at making these videos a nice mix of long and entertaining. They'll be like entertaining for a good bit, and then they'll just be videos, I guess. But hey, who knows, maybe everyone will absolutely and utterly adore it, and I can get 1,000 subscribers, and I can start spamming every single video, just like subscribe to Shadow Speaker Man, and subscribe to Technoblade. You know, if you know Shadow Speaker Man, he's the first one that that shows up when you look up Shadow Speaker Man in the YouTube search bar, but if you check out a good few videos of his, you'll tell I am easily probably his best buddy on YouTube, in my opinion. My very humble, not at all egomatic, let's see, like 12 to 14-year-old opinion of just like, yeah, I totally am not all that big of a deal. But, yeah, I really hope that he is either doing well or will upload something, just like how I've been or something. I checked his account a little bit ago. He changed his original username. Luckily, I gave him a nickname. So yeah, I might invite him, but I'm really worried about that. I'm not going to say to check out his channel, because I left a few things in the second reply of my 5 months ago check-in. But more or less it just boils down into he is one of the people that I look up to, and so I really just I just want him to upload, or just to know whether or not he's okay. That was kind of upsetting. Now then, it's around the same time as last time where I gave a story time. So hopefully this time I won't accidentally say my sister's name again. But, more or less, I'm going to try and keep the story time a little bit long, because there are like 8 more minutes left in the video. You're welcome, people who want to listen to me sleep. I'm a minor, you're kind of weird for that. Or you might just not want to listen to me when you sleep, which is completely fair. But so there are like hot chocolate packets, and how I at first read the hot chocolate packet recipe was step 1, boil water, step 2, put hot chocolate in boiling water, step 3, add milk. And before either of you, probably you two who know who I am, you both know darn well who you are if you both know about me. Yes, I did try out the hot chocolate with milk. The hot chocolate mix I used wasn't the best. But I'm not going to let that demeanor my overall. It was mid. I mostly blamed the hot chocolate or the type of milk I used. But it's annoying, really. But but my favorite. Wait, right. The hot chocolate with milk. So pretty much, when my sister looked away for a few seconds, according to her, it was a few seconds. It was like she had to go do something, and then when she looked back, there was just me and the kettle with hot chocolate and milk in it, or something like that. It was very. It was a good time. It was a good time. If you do actually care enough about me, then you could take a look at my face and then just go on a scavenger hunt for a long at time that I'm not going to give any hints to. However, there is some really funny slander that could be made about me, revolving around when I was a child and just, yeah. If any of you do decide to start stalking me and find out my real name, please do not refer to me by my real name. But, yeah. As I mentioned in the previous video, I currently have 2 devices. Technically 3 devices, however, I don't know how to record on Switch. Nintendo Switch, not something weird. But, right. So I have a few options of what to post from, and it usually just boils down to Roblox, because I mean, there are a few games that I could do, but overall, yeah. I'm going to give another slight spoiler, but 2 things. A, this is not, there's not going to be a 3rd video. I like doing this, that was fun. Just flying above them and flushing them. Yeah, I really don't like, in my opinion, wasting ammo. And so the few things that I will use ammo on are I'll use them on the flying toilets before I get a jetpack. But once I get jetpack, I don't use it. I don't use ammo for them. But, yeah, going back to it, it's just, I don't know. 100%, I sold because I don't really like talking to people or interacting with people. I used to play Overwatch and I got called the N-word once. I also sold another game. Luckily, neither of those things really matter, because only one of those things do matter, because the first thing I said, I'm not going to be repeating that multiple times, because as a fear that I mentioned in the first part, people could hear me and come down. However, my, more or less because of that first thing, I am afraid of more or less just disappointing people alongside selling really bad. I'm talking like 8-0. Someone saying just to leave. Because it's like, I want to improve. I don't want just to leave whenever I hit a wall. I want to try and help the best I can, because I find it annoying and I find it like... I tried every character and I was locked into damage, so I was really like, okay, I just wish I could be anyone else. So that was annoying, but anyways. I don't really know. I don't have any other good stories right now. I have really bad memory though. Cat, you cannot get on my desk, because if you get on my desk, you will walk onto the computer and now I have to put the computer in my lap. Yeah, the whole trying to use that really sold me. I apologize that this has not been very enthusiastic. I think they ran out of enthusiasm after the first video. I hope it gets some sort of views. But yeah. I think this title will be like ruined hot shot or like ruined, what do you call it? Ruined kettle tastes delicious. Or just so like that. But yeah, more or less just takes way too long for this game to actually like get rolling. 100% you should start out with like some endless, and then once you're able to, I'd probably recommend getting a large version of a troop, just like a large troop, because I have TV Man, but I really just prefer. Oh shoot! Oh wait, this is still on.